This house belongs in a tax bracket that I'm most unfamiliar with. There's room for every member of the Brady family on here except Alice, and I never considered her part of the family anyway. Well, let's see here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 8 chairs. Baseball card? Used to collect these as a kid. Now I collect past due notices. Classic. These baseball cards are great collectibles. Impressive, if you're into that sort of thing. This coffee table's a special design. It's got a hidden drawer. Hello. Well, one man's trash is a PI's clue. Hello. The 8 lost rules of etiquette. Rule number 1, a friendly greeting could open doors for you. Seems Mason was treating someone with serious facial deterioration. Yeah, it's not my style. That's interesting. Barrels make any interior space look more rugged. Hey, smoke no more cigarettes. I hear they have a smoking deterrent system built right into the cigarette.
Hey, buddy! Do you know 1,000 people stop smoking every day by dying, you moron? Kissing you would be like licking an ashtray. Get it, dumbass? Did you know that you and I are similar? We both are certified butthead. No, don't kill me. Have mercy.
Well, the system's about as effective as other systems I've tried. But I'll keep these in case I have a smoking emergency.
Oh, it's like a villain from a terrible B movie. Mollusks beware.
Now that's my kind of book. Yeah, just some books. Who sells seashells by the seashore? This bunny makes me laugh. He's hilarious. Yeah, just some books. The soothing, sultry siren song of Redcat. Staring at this picture is more exciting than watching a game of baseball. Reminds me of the time I tried to cook meatloaf. Well, that might come in handy. Must be a Barry Bonds baseball. It's got an asterisk on it. Well, this looks cheap. A collector's edition of Matt Cubase Tyler baseball card. I wouldn't dare thieve that. Isn't that DeForest Bunny from Night of the Lepus? Hey, bada bada bada. Well, there's Waldo. Nothing I can use. Now that was a terrible year for wine. Say hello to my little friends. Now that was a terrible year for wine. Seems sturdy. I think that's upside down. The table's all wobbly. Really? They found someone to eat this crap? Tried to make a hard-boiled egg using one of these. That was a big mistake. That's a terrible place for a petri dish. This petri dish is encrusted with all sorts of gunk. I'll need to clean it off to see what's underneath here. Really? They found someone to eat this crap? King Twinkie is the only royalty I recognize. Well, judging by all this fiber, the owner has digestive issues. Well, that might come in handy. You can really judge a person by the kind of groceries they buy. There must be something I can eat around here. I really should look into getting a kitchen for my apartment. Standard groceries, and none of them look very edible. It's no good to me without alcohol. There must be something I can eat around here. Delicious jams. I've always learned the hard way that the stove gets hot. Salty. Tasty. Cookies? Nope. Just flour. Fine feast for mice. Most of the stuff's expired. You can really judge a person by the kind of groceries they buy. Standard groceries, and none of them look very edible. Yep, that's a sink. Never, ever stick your hand in a toaster. This coffee's been out here for days. Not much of a view. A remembrance of a much simpler time. I find moisturizing to be the most important part of a daily routine. Oh, I always put out fresh towels for my guests. I mean, if I had any.
Lord knows I could use a plunger at my place. No bidet? Sick.
Another Mike and Ike Hammer candy comic, Gumdrops and Lollipops. I'll put this in my comic book rack collection in my office. Well, one man's trash is a PI's clue. Surely, after all we've been through, you would not turn against me and turn to her. Looks like someone with the initial T was doubting Mason's allegiance. Tsunami! Rub-a-dub-dub. Yeah, I believe that's a towel. Let's see, that says Oh, bath. My landlord always reminds me that indoor plumbing is a privilege, not a right. Boy, I try not to look directly into a mirror because it's kind of bad for my self-esteem. bulbs. I can't think of a greater genius than Edison. Really, I can't.
Pillaging must be one of their hobbies.
Nice. Sometimes a cigar is just a cigar, if you know what I mean. There's a past due notice here.
You're late, you bum!
Note to self, check and make sure I made my speeder payment. Oh, I don't think a lot of studying went on in here with that flat-screen TV on the wall. Sulfuric acid. I better be careful with this. Sulfuric acid can be very useful in cleaning chemistry equipment. Oh, sure, that seems impressive. But I bet you it wasn't nearly as difficult as obtaining my PI license from an entire summer of night school. No, that's not important. It takes a man of exquisite taste to truly appreciate a pleather chair.
Wrong form of its. Come on, people.
No, that's not important. Yeah, that's about the only sailboat I could afford. Yeah, just some books. There's just no accounting for good taste.
This is just to trick people into thinking you read a lot.
Now I could use that. If the owner's ventriloquist dummies in here, I'm going to be very upset. I don't know if I get the open concept between these two bedrooms. It's a Mike and Ike Hammer candy comic, Sleep with a Swedish Fish. Put this in my comic book rack collection in my office. I don't know if I get the open concept between these two bedrooms. Oh man, I hate retro things. Yeah, just some books. Vertical stripes make these chairs look taller than they actually are. Gross. This bowl is full of fruit. Well, I see they like to keep things hot in the bedroom. If the owner's ventriloquist dummies in here, I'm going to be very upset. Now I could use that. Impressive, if you're into that sort of thing. Nice place to get all warm and snuggly. An old Zoom portable music device. Yeah, I remember when I was a kid, my mom got me one of these while all the other kids were getting iPads and iPods. I remember just how I felt that day. Wonder what happened to it. Oh yeah, now I remember. Hoping to find more information about why sleazy PI Carlos Maldonado has been keeping an eye on my place leads me to a swanky beach house where I'm delighted and surprised to meet an incredibly beautiful woman inside a home medical office. Unfortunately for me, the feeling is not mutual, and she's accompanied by a very lethal friend.
Freeze. What are you doing here?
Well, we had such a charming conversation on the vidphone, I knew I had to meet you. Now I'm rethinking that.
You don't remember me, do you?
Well, I wish I did. Does that count?
We met just once, years ago. So did you really come here looking for me? Or are you here for Mason?
I'm sorry. The correct answer is C, all of the above. I came here to find you, but it's Mason I'm looking for.
Well, you'll have to make do with me. Mason isn't here.
So how do you know Mason?
In the biblical sense, I'm his wife, Ariel Bowers.
When was the last time you saw him?
Over a month ago.
No kidding. A wife like you, I'm surprised he ever leaves the house.
We've been legally separated for over a month. He has issues, erratic behavior, periods of deep depression. It got to be too much.
Psychological problems, huh? What are we talking here? He ties his shoe for an hour, or he walks into Burger Barn with dynamite in his pants?
I think it was just a reaction to stress. His work kept him away for weeks at a time.
So I heard your husband was a neurologist, like a brain surgeon or something.
Or something, yes. He worked in neurochemistry, how chemicals influence neural operations.
So who's he working for now?
Mason never talked about his work, even before we separated. But we stayed in touch. This was the longest he ever went without calling me. I got worried and came here. I found Maldonado's number and called to see if he knew anything.
Yeah, well, Maldonado's not going to be able to help us much because he's dead. Is that who you were coming to see on Chandler Avenue?
Yes, that's right. What happened to him?
Well, I'm not sure, but I'm trying to find out. But the trail seems to lead through your husband, who, by the way, I believe has been abducted.
Abducted? Now I'm worried sick. What are we going to do?
Well, to start with, if you could think of anything that could help me out here to find him, that would be a big help.
I will. Feel free to look around here. I wish I could stay and help, but I'll give you my number so you can call me later. And sorry about the gun to the head thing.
Oh, it's okay. I've just got one of those faces. Probably look better with a hole in it.
I have my doubts about Ariel Bowers' motivation. She certainly seems to have an agenda which includes more than just her husband's well-being. What's she up to?
Hubba, hubba. Whew. Is it hot in here, or did my internal fan just crash?
Well, it feels like I'm being played for a sap.
Oh, come on. She's just getting ready to play the field. I'd like to bring her over for a debugging session.
Okay, enough. Unfortunately, it's not the tunnel of love. Just looking at this gives me an icky feeling. Looking at medical posters always gives me the heebie-jeebies. I got a feeling that's not a crochet needle. He's looking a little under the weather. It's a choose-your-own-adventure neurology book. It's a shame no one's ever gotten it right. If I found a flash drive, I could connect it to the video screen.
You have a fax.
Looks like Carlos Maldonado was trying to get a hold of Mason about someone named Margaret Leonard. Maldonado was tracking down a woman named Margaret Leonard for Bowers. You'd need a PhD to understand any of these books. Well, I wonder what's on this little device. This memory stick probably works on the computer in Bauer's MRI room. That accomplished nothing. If I found a flash drive, I could connect it to the video screen.
Long-lasting memories are created through a process of consolidation, which is based on the formations of protein in the brain. Thus, memories, particularly painful ones, are formed by these unstable proteins, making them easily identifiable and removed with a combination of drugs and behavior therapy, ensuring memory elimination. Of course, there are those who do not believe that the benefits of memory modification outweigh the risks. They warn that eliminating memories, one could significantly alter a person's personality, their history.
So, a fancy device that wipes your memories. Useful technology. I see applications for anyone who ever went out with you or read the Twilight series.
Come on. Little mercy here for the victim, all right? Why would Bowers want to erase my memory? This looks like a good bathroom read. My business card? How did Mason Bowers get this? Nothing I can use. Nothing I can use. This table? A little small for my taste. Looking at medical posters always gives me the heebie-jeebies. You'd need a PhD to understand any of these books. Oh, what a very hospitable guest room. I'm sure these MRI pictures are showing me something. Yoink. Well, it's a microscope, and you'd need one of these just to see Rook's sense of humor.
Ding, 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 ding! We have a winner!
Something very tiny is written at the bottom of this petri dish. I'll need some help reading the inscription. This cabinet needs a 3-digit code to open. That's interesting. Something tells me the doctor got a lot of toothaches. Nothing I can use. Anatomy books. Used only for medical research purposes, I'm sure. lots of cash. Usually a sign of illegal activity. The drawer inside this safe needs 2 additional cards. Whatever's in here must be so important that Mason Bowers keeps both the cards with him at all times. Pawn Weekly may be even sadder than that Cat Weekly magazine. Oh, it appears to be a baseball card collection, but there's more to it than that. Looks like Bowers was interested in some Nikola Tesla artifacts from Rook's pawn shop. I better drop by the barbecue joint and see how that dweeb Mojo's doing.
Maybe he's decrypted that memory stick.
Yeah, about time, too. I need a new lead on this case.
Phone message waiting. Phone message waiting. Phone message waiting.
This message is for Mr. Tex Murphy. Storm clouds are brewing. Are you with White Russians or against us? A White Guard member is close. Prove your loyalty, and we will reveal the truth.
What the heck was that? There must be another Tex Murphy in the phone book. An article on the Russian White Movement. Am I truly so bored I'm reading Russian history?
So, your memory stick's all ready to go. Now, what do you give me for it?
What are you talking about? I thought we were partners in anti-crime.
You think I'm gonna solve your case for free just because you're my idol? No, the great Tex Murphy wouldn't lift a finger without compensation. Neither will I.
So, how much are we talking here?
Do you have an action figure? I want something money can't buy.
You know, you can buy action figures. I'm surprised you didn't know that.
No, I want an action figure of you.
I don't have anything like that. My apartment's practically empty. Even if I did, how do I know what's on the memory stick is even worth anything anyway?
You know how your cases always have 100 loose ends, and you need that one missing piece to tie it all together?
It's not always like that.
This could be that one missing piece. Mr. Murphy, you need this.
Fine. Name your price.
Do you remember that sicko who was going around with a liquid nitrogen freeze gun, shooting people and then smashing them? The press called him the Nitro Stalker. You got involved, and the cops finally found him a few weeks later, smashed into a million pieces.
Sounds like he was pretty broken up.
Everybody knows you were behind that bit of freeze-dried justice. The freeze gun was never found, and I'm betting you took it. I'll trade you the memory stick straight up for it.
Yeah, but I'm guessing that you have no idea where this freeze gun is. Yeah, I thought so.
Don't know.
I wonder who'd know about that stupid freeze gun around here.
I hope you don't mind, Mike. I've been telling folks in the neighborhood about your situation, just so they know it's the old Tex they're dealing with. Let me know what else I can do for you. You got me there, Moith.
More questions? Why you gotta keep coming back with more questions? Can't help you with that.
We need to talk.
Oh, do we have to, really?
Yeah, trust me, you may be involved in what happened to me.
Oh, the very thought makes me giddy.
I knew you'd be pleased to hear that. But it's all tied to items of Nikola Tesla and a man named Mason Bowers.
Well, it's true. It's true I've had some very rare Tesla items in my possession from time to time, but I have never heard of this Mason Bowers.
You know Carlos Maldonado?
Well, of course I know that wretched swine.
Tell me how he ties into Tesla.
Well, Maldonado tried to bribe and threaten me to reveal my source of my Tesla items, but I didn't give it to him, and I won't give it to you. Do you think Maldonado was the one watching you?
I think so.
Oh, my, that could be troublesome. I need to make some inquiries. Is there anything else? Well, the freeze gun? The one you pawned that supposedly belonged to the Nitro Stalker? I believe it was purchased by one of those vigilante Morlock hunters.